everyone. Welcome to the Lalantia Show. Today I'm coming on to do the reading for the week of July 8th through 14th. And if you were catching this at a different time, it may just be the message you need at this time. If you watch it for this week and the energy, it really doesn't resonate with you, maybe it's something that's going to come a little bit later for you. Just trust that you're going to get what you're meant to get from it. Maybe your message is going to look a little bit different, but this is for the collective energy. So there should be bits and pieces of it at the very least that should really resonate with you and the energy that's happening right now. So for those of you who don't know me already, my name is Lalantia, and I'm a psychic realm channeler and healer, and I specialize in working with the magical realm. So I work with unicorns, mermaids, fairies, dragons, all of the different magical beings to help you rediscover the magic of who you really truly are, who you have been in past lives that you are meant to bring forward to today, and to create who you want to become in this lifetime. And that requires, of course, healing, showing up for yourself in different ways. And so I work in a many different ways with the magical beings. I also work with, regular guides, sometimes work with angels. I work with ascended masters, all kinds of different beings. But I really do every week I tune into seeing who is stepping forward. And generally it is, the magical beings that are coming forward with the energy. Sometimes maybe it's a spirit animal that comes in. So this week it was the unicorns that stepped forward. They've been coming forward a lot for me personally the past few days. Really, really strong energy because of everything that is going on right now. So last week it was about, tuning into your soul, your soul's desires. That energy is continuing. And since we had unicorn come forward, and unicorn is very much about, heart healing, tuning into your heart and your heart's desires, healing those wounds of the past and even past lives that are kind of held in your heart space. It really makes sense that unicorns that came forward for this week. So I just wanted to see, the main messages that they wanted people to have at this time. One of the things that they brought in is that importance of taking action. Now, we are at a time where, excuse me, where it's really, really important to tune into your heart and your heart's desires. Now, when you tune into your heart's desires, then you have to tell the universe, you know what, I choose to accept this, and then you take an action. Now, these aren't really necessarily, well, I don't want to say that they aren't big action steps, but these aren't necessarily you take action on a new business opportunity. It may be. These are actions that are your soul's desires. You're tuning into your heart and what really deeply resonates with you and taking that action. Now, change is really uncomfortable. I totally get that. I get that change is really uncomfortable. So you have to find that way to move forward, release those fears to take that action. Another thing they said is that you listen to your intuition. Make sure that you're not listening to the fear. You don't want to listen to the fear. You don't want the fear to guide you. Listen to your intuition. Remember that you're a really powerful being. Fear doesn't have to take over. So when there's change, when there's transition, when you're going through a lot of different things, fear likes to try to take over. Don't allow it to take over. Listen to your intuition instead of the fear. Learn to see what the difference is between the two, because they're completely different energies. Don't take action in fear. Take action when listening to your intuition. The next thing they talked about is showing up for yourself in healing and knowing that you are your own best healer. Sometimes we do need to go to other people for help in healing because we can't always see things clearly on our own. And having help is incredibly important, and you have to listen to when it is time to do that. But you also have to remember that you are an incredibly powerful healer yourself, and you can do healing on yourself. What it requires is you showing up and remembering to not listen to the fears as they arise, but to listen to your intuition and to listen to that guidance of the angels, of the magical beings, of your guides in whatever form they come in, and remembering the power that you hold as a healer, as a self-healer, as someone who can really show up for yourself. And no matter what level, if we want to say level, I don't really like saying level, but wherever you are in this journey, you have the ability to connect to yourself and to provide healing for yourself at in different ways. We'll just say in different ways, because I don't really like that. Sometimes saying level is the only way to really explain it, but it is just in different ways. And so own that power and the ability that you have inside of you to really create this change. Sometimes that is just meditating, taking that time to connect to yourself. Sometimes it's spending a lot of time in nature, just allowing what is really right for you, releasing those fears. But make sure that this week you're taking time to do that and you're tuning into your own healing abilities. And when I say this, it doesn't mean that you have to be Reiki attuned. It doesn't mean you have to be trained in a specific way. What this means is tuning into yourself and what you need and being your own healer by showing up for yourself and what you need. So it looks very different, and maybe it's an interesting way of putting it, but this is what they said. It's really important that everyone starts to own your own healing abilities, no matter what they look like, and no matter what level you feel like you're at. The next thing is support. So it's interesting that they really came in with this, that importance of recognizing your power as a healer, but also recognizing when you need support and to always ask for support from spirit, from your guides, from source, whoever you feel called to connect to, and ask for that support. They can support your energy through the process of change, through whatever you are experiencing right now. Just having their energy there supporting you, guiding you, holding space for you can make all of the difference. Remember that on the other side, there are so many beings so ready to connect with you, so eager to help you on this path. Just always make sure that you are always calling in those that are really for your highest good, because you don't want to be misled, right? So remember that you can ask for help. You can ask for that guidance and follow your intuition and follow the signs that you are getting. So it is this week is very much about owning your own power and your ability to create change in your life, but also remembering that you have that support, that you're not really doing it alone. Sometimes it's a little bit, I almost want to say precarious, finding that balance, because you don't want to give your power away. You don't want to say, I can't do this on my own. You need to show me everything, because you have the ability inside of you to really feel what is right for you. When you tune into your soul, you tune into your heart, and you follow that, you really can get really far. But you don't have to rely on that completely. You have so much help from other beings as well. The last thing that they wanted to talk about was innocence, and that need to kind of let go a little bit of that control, and that yes, it's about standing in your power, but you also have to remember that you're here to have fun. It doesn't have to be all serious. It doesn't have to be, the transitions and the changes that you're going through at this time. You don't have to be like really deep in this energy. You can, take this time to step back and do things that are really fun for you. The other thing that is important for a lot of you is really making sure that you're nurturing your inner child, making sure that you're letting your inner child know, this change may seem really scary. These things that are coming up may seem really, really scary, but we can get through it. And really allowing your inner child to see that everything is going to be okay. Because sometimes you can just have a day where you wake up and all you feel is this fear kind of taking over your body. When you recognize that feeling within you, then you come back to you and you say, no, I am not my fear. My fear will not control me. I can stand in my power. And then you want to make sure that you take that time to nurture your inner child and let your inner child know that everything is working out and everything is okay and everything is going to be amazing in the end. So make sure that you take that time to play. Make sure you take that time to connect with your inner child. And in whatever way that looks for you, like maybe it's going to the park and swinging, maybe it's going for a walk in nature, maybe it's doing a meditation with your inner child, maybe it's journaling with your inner child, maybe it's setting that intention to just feel your inner child with you as you move through your day. Whatever it needs to be for you, it is important that we don't forget our inner child, because we do. We get caught up in life. We get caught up in the things going on in the world. The unicorns can really help with that inner child nurturing, because when you think of children, you think of, this playfulness and connecting with magic, and unicorns are such a representative of that magic, right? They represent that so much. So they can really help to connect with that inner magic and with that inner child energy that resides within you. So invite them into your life. Unicorns are ones you don't have to worry too much about any bad ones coming in. Unicorns are very angelic in nature. They're not actually angels, they're not angelic, but they have a very, very similar energy. And this is how I interpret their energy. Maybe other people describe it in a different way, but they do come in with so much love, but they also come in with a lot of power. There are some unicorns that come in who are enormous and really hold, this force of power, I guess I would describe it as. So tune in to the unicorns and invite them into your life this week. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about, last week I pulled a card from my Crystal Grid Oracle deck. And so this week I did as well. And this is the grid that came up, and it is transition, which is very much the energy of this week and this month. July is very much about this time of transition, tuning in, making sure that you're taking time to tune into yourself. So we're just kind of, this is just, a major part of the energy this week. So the main crystal that is in this grid is Lepidolite, and Lepidolite is so amazing for anxiety, for really calming the nerves. And so I'm actually going to read to you from the book of this, because I think that this description is perfect and really it represents this week so much. So I will be sure to post a picture of this in different places so that you can tune into the energy of this grid. Now, there are multiple crystals represented or shown in the grid. They are Lepidolite, which is very much around, anxiety and really being able to handle, this transition and the things that are happening. Then we have quartz, which will amplify the grid. We have amethyst, which is also really good for kind of calming and kind of repelling the negative energy, right? And then we have optical calcite. I don't know that I have an example of optical calcite, but it looks different from other calcites. I do have one, but it's in my toolbox, and it might take me a little while to dig it out. But what it says in the book, and this is, I'll show you what this deck is so you can check it out yourself. Crystal Grid Oracle from Nicole and McIntosh. And this is not a sponsored video at all. This is just a deck that I bought on my own. I really resonate with it because I work with crystal grids all of the time. So what the book says is transition, absorption, stabilization. The stone of transition, this indicates a time of restructure and reorganization of old patterns and beliefs. It may be a stressful time for you, but it is time to bring calm and harmony into your life. Trust that with transition comes new ways of thinking and being. The upheaval is all part of the process. There is no need to worry. Everything is as it should be. Allow yourself to flow through this transition, knowing the old patterns will be transformed into new ways of thinking and being for your higher good. What no longer serves you is being transformed into something that will, so you can bring a sense of stability back into your life. This in turn will help with bringing back your emotional balance. Meditating with a stone, Lepidolite, or card, or even just asking for the energy of Lepidolite to be with you at this time may bring a sense of calm. And I actually highly recommend doing that if you don't have Lepidolite. I have several different pieces of Lepidolite. I have big pieces, I have small pieces. I have a piece that's quite large that I had gotten at a rock shop, and I have that sitting I think it's sitting in my living room. But you can just call in the energy of Lepidolite. You can just call in that energy and ask it to come in and help you to calm. And this is something when I work with my clients, I work with the energy of crystals and just calling them in to help. Lepidolite is known for its ability to relieve stress. Being a purple stone, it helps with the mind or third eye chakra to reduce obsessive thoughts. It is also used near computers to absorb the electromagnetic energy they create. Let Lepidolite alleviate your stress and bring calm to your body and your environment. It will clear blockages that are holding you back so you can move forward uninhibited. It is time to balance your emotions, de-stress, focus, and achieve your goals with or without the help from others. You can do this. You are doing it. trust in the process, and you will be rewarded. So I really, really resonate with that description. I think that it really describes, the energy this week and is so perfect. Lepidolite is a perfect crystal to work with this week. So let me know how that feels for you. Leave a comment. If you're not already subscribing to my channel, please subscribe if this really resonates with you. Make sure to give my video a thumbs up. And of course, spread this out to your friends. Let your friends know that these videos exist, or whatever you feel called to do. And I will see you guys next time. I actually am really excited to maybe come on this week and do a video on unicorns, so I can tell you guys a little bit more about them. And if you don't know about crystal grids, I did a video on crystal grids, so you can check that out and see if you get any information from that may be beneficial to you and help you in creating your own grids. So until next week,